Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell. I am in Spring Hill, Florida. I'm at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery. That is a 12-inch by 16-inch canvas. I'm a color art affiliate, so I'm going to use some color art products, and this is a Prizm pour from Color Art. This is called Chantilly lace, and I'm going to use it to sort of lay down the demarcation line that I think I'm going to give myself for my sky. And then I'm going to put some paint colors into a pan and try something completely different. See if we can do, I don't think those are going to go very far, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to use some, I'm going to put some light colors in first. I'm going to use some Frosted Berry, which is a Prizm pour. And some Plum Blossom, which is a Frosted Sorbet primary element. Kind of similar. I'm not sure how much paint to use, but I want to have a wild sky. This is amazing. This is a primary element. This is called Rapsody Rose. I probably should go very light on that. But seeming this is my first experiment. We'll find out together how it's going to go. This is Passion. This is a primary element. Usually I would just squeeze my colors right onto the canvas. That is not coming out very well. I'm thinking that there's something in the tip of that, but it probably protected me from myself. This is primary element. This is called Crabapple. That's from a new Harvest, I think it's Harvest Moon selection. Never having done this before is making me nervous. That was Saffron, I think. No, that was Honeysuckle. This is Orange Crush. And all of this is making me want to grab something I haven't put in here before, and that's some Tuscan Sun. I don't think it can hurt anything. I hope this works. If it doesn't work, I'll be sad. So what else? I've got Cherry Sorbet, which is, I believe, another Frosted Sorbet line primary element. And that's a wonderful color. We'll give it a bunch of that. I did put one rogue element in. I put some Ambrosia in. I believe this is a Prizm pour. And that might be really different. I like the color, how the colors look in my dish. There's no way to know if they're going to look that way on the canvas. And it's time to find out. And time to take off that thing there. Alright, I'm going to try and snag a selection. I don't know if this is going to work. The white, the Chantilly lace, is going to act as a resist in the background. And most of this is, I'm just doing a sky that's an experiment because I want to experiment with a very neutral foreground. I am finding things in my paint, probably because I took all the crusty little bits off the tips before I started. I've got more paint, and that's good. I think no matter what I do, so long as I finish my stroke in the same diagonal, I should be okay. I'm going to take those drips down over the edge and let them fill in the edge. Alright, one last, well, maybe more than one last. Looks very similar to one last. we'll start and leave a gap and go back and fill that in. Looks like I might have gotten my colors, the amount of colors correct. Now I utilized the diagonal that I wanted to use for my land portion in my sky, so I'm going to have to go in the opposite direction if I want to make contrast happen. The fewer times you go over this, the less muddy, the less mixed your colors will be. So if I get them into position and then pull them lightly, I often will tell you that when you do landscapes you have a very good likelihood of needing a frame, because oftentimes when I swipe it leaves me with a little bit of a line up the edge of the canvas that I don't always feel I'm in love with. And I'm just going to wipe off the paint that's on my spatula. I don't think there's anything left in there. Honestly, I think I probably could have used a little more, so I would have had something for my edges. But being that it's a first, and yeah, I have tweezers because I see there's one more thing that I don't necessarily want to swipe through everything, although I'm going to do it anyway. Just because then I can take my spatula and wipe it off on the top. Not very well, but those colors aren't too hard. They're right there. I can go back and add a few dots of this and a few dots of that, and I can swipe them into place with my spatula or my finger. Geez, sounds like I got a frog in my throat. Different season, different allergies down here every time. I see I have something else in my paint. That's going to be easy to get rid of. That was a little tiny, tiny hair. All right, it's time. Excuse the frog in my throat, please. I say that, but you got to give me a minute. Okay, so I'm going to rinse my spatula off. Actually, I'm just going to get rid of it and get a new one. So in theory, if I go this way, I should be all set. I'm going to put that dish in the bucket too. So that's going to be hard to remember. I gotta say what. I'm going to use some more Chantilly lace right over here on the bottom half. I made a really awesome swipe yesterday. I think it was 89.77 if you're looking up the video. And I learned a few things. This is Quinacradone Nickel Azo Gold from Golden. I'm not looking for a lot of color, but I wouldn't mind mirroring the sky just a little bit. I have no idea what I'm going to get. I have an Indigo Violet. I could probably use and find the Prussian Violet. I want to make sure I don't too evenly space things. This is Black Iris. They're all Prizm pours so far as I can tell. And I will check and leave the color names underneath the video in the description. I'm going to slide in a little bit of orange peel with gold sparkle in it because I like the copper color. For a section of my painting that was supposed to be mostly black and white, I'm not doing very well with that. This is Aspen Leaf. This is a primary element from the new Harvest Moon selection. I haven't really tried much of this, but it looks to be a very interesting color. And I want something that's a little bit neutral and might be sparkly, and that's going to be the Opalite. Opalite is a Prizm pour and a primary element. And I think I'm almost to the end. I'm going to slide in a little bit of Sea Monster, which is a Prizm pour. Not sure why, just because everything should have a little green. I thought I might go in that direction for the end. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to use both some black and some white, Amsterdam white and black, and Aussie Floetrol. See if I can get some of these things out of here. I'm not going to spin, so that shouldn't be a problem. I won't waste too much time doing that. Now, do I just want to use my spatula? Because I kind of do. And I'm going to start with white. I might use some purple. I've got some silver. It's Pebeo iridescent silver. And I want to try it with the black and the white. And I've got some purple, but I think I'll wait a moment to do that. Just looking for texture, or the look of texture. And I think I'm going to grab a plate. I've got some actually nasty old paint in there that's very dark. And I was planning on using cell activator. Since it's handy, I'm guessing I'm just going to use it. And I want to see what happens to it when I go up here. Because I want to go back down again this way. And I think it's probably more viscous, or it has more weight. It's been under that piece of cling wrap for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. I think it's also going to be the perfect thing to cover the edge of my canvas. Cover where the sky colors are. Okay, so I'm going back, and I'm going to do the exact same thing again because I like how it looked. But I'm going to do it. It's nice to have things that close the cap of your bottle, but they get in the way, and I don't know why I haven't learned to keep them out of the way. Alright, so I changed the order. Putting the silver in last, it was in the middle last time. This is meant to be really simple and kind of fast, so it might be just that. Now, if I want to do something else, I was thinking about putting trees in, but I'm not sure where I would do that. I kind of want to just go back in with some of my cell activator. Maybe I'll put a little in the dish. I will be using that leftover paint to cover my bottom and my sides. So if you have a chance to save some paint with a scrape dish like I often do, you might be pleased to have something to utilize for this sort of purpose. I still feel like there should be some trees, but I'm not sure what size trees they would be. And I definitely want to just put some cell activator in. I'm still kind of missing the purple. And create another couple layers. So it looks like what I'm assuming is rocks or a ledge has more than one level. Scrape my spatula off from the edge. very shaly, so I can definitely run my spatula through and just use the blade to add some texture. And there's just enough paint on the blade to add some back into the painting too. If you don't have enough, it won't work. So this looks like it needs a sun in that sky. And it also looks to me like I'm going to use the rest of my paint up, changing the texture of things and adding a little drama. Although I really want some white over here. That's white cell activator. Give the impression. There, I ran out of time. Well, almost. Please give me a thumbs up if you like what I do. I'm going to quick like a bunny turn this around for you and show you the shimmer, if there is any. There might be a little. And I'm just going to keep dragging and playing until I'm super happy with what I've got. And I can always put my spatula right back into that dish. And if it were just scribblings from scrapings and scribblings from any time, from any colors, it would be fine to use to add some interest. I do have some really pretty cells. I kind of really still want to put trees in, but I don't know where or how, and I might have to think about that a while. Oh, I've got the perfect amount of paint from the painting on my spatula to cover that edge. So let me cover this paint again, since it's obviously still very useful. And I'm going to put that second spatula in the bucket, and I'm going to... Should I put the sun in? I've got like enough time to do that. Maybe low on the horizon. And grab a straw. And blow straight down. So if I want to put clouds in tomorrow, I would do that after this dries. In the meantime, it's just sort of classic. I'm not sure what'll shimmer. I know the sky will shimmer. I'll be fixing that sky edge for a while. The top edge. Look at that sparkly. That's the Chantilly lace. Makes everything sparkle really, really nicely. Here, let's see if I can zoom into the bottom and hold my phone and show you some of those pretty cells. Just really cool texture. And we'll zoom up. I'm trying to learn how to manipulate this camera right before I get another camera, and I have to learn how to use that one. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I love you guys. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for watching them longer. Thank you for allowing me to stick my finger in there twice. Alright, take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Make sure you check for my link tree for my Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, my Facebook group, Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Appreciation Group, and my website is along with Legallerist, Society 6, and spring clothing is what you see under the video. And I've added new and awesome stuff there. So good luck giving yourself enough time, because there's lots of stuff to look at. It's all cool. Christmas is coming, so season's greetings to everyone. I love you much. You inspire me often, and I would like to let you know I have 2 books, Because I Can, and Unlimited Possibilities, volumes 1 and 2. And the Amazon link under the link tree is where to find them. And they are the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube. Also on the link tree, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter. I think I said that, I'm not sure. My paint pouring recipes under the video. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 28 lists of 100 videos on playlists, and also more playlists by description. And if you need a link, ask me. I have all my links saved, easily accessible, and happy to share them with you. I do answer questions. My community board is a place to ask questions, as well as